Welcome to Joan Sagala podcast. So today I'm gonna to discussion and make it my response and reaction a little bit, okay? For Kevin Levrone, what he's thinking and how he see for Mr. Olympia results of this weekend, Mr. Olympia 2021. And I think this is gonna be something new, okay? I heard, yeah, probably I can say something new that I can learning from Kevin, okay? And there's something kind of like a little bit worth for me, okay? Really worth, but I would like to say it and make sure you watch the full video and we're gonna let's talk and discussion together. What's your opinion? I would like to hear from all of you also, okay? Watch this video, click the bell button, and let's go discussion together.
So what do you do when you have someone who's got that beautiful shape and symmetry and those lines, and then you just have this brutal mass monster next to them? I mean, everybody makes their own decision.
So this is the
You're sitting there, to use our old phrase, how did you see it?
Mr. Olympia looking about
I think
symmetry
when
or
something
mass
comes
monster?
close to that, I think you should judge what that athlete does with the title. You know, or is he a great ambassador? What is he doing in the community? You know, and sitting back and looking at who was going to win, I certainly would have given it to Brandon. You know, my opinion, because I knew when he had won that title, what he was going to do with that title. He went out into the community. We saw him be involved with the kids. We saw him doing seminar everywhere Brandon went. That trophy went with him, and he let it be seen and known that this stands for something. You know, this stands that you can accomplish something.
He said when it comes to the judges for Mr. Olympia, okay, it's just not about the best physics on the stage. It's about what his athlete was really doing about this sport, about the title. I can agree with Kevin, okay, Kevin Levrone, because we see and we know Big Remy start from 2020 when he first take the title, hold the title for Mr. Olympia. He doesn't doing anything, okay, for the title. He's not promoting about the bodybuilding or anything else. He just posts about his training, his sponsor, his daily life. Not at all about the sport, okay? Like Brandon Curry does. Brandon Curry is promoting the sport, doing the seminar, doing about this and that. What he need and what he should, for his opinion, when it comes to the Mr. Olympia 2019 title, because he holded Mr. Olympia 2019. He was Mr. Olympia. But do I agree with this statement when it comes to the on stage? I cannot understand and I cannot agree with this statement because it's different, okay? It's different about when it comes to the stage. Of course, we see who have the best physics in the world. That's how we judge it, okay? As a judge, and I think that's why Steve Weinberger and Taylor Manian, Jack Wood, anyone on the staff, that's what he's doing. That's what they looking for. Not because they have the really so much doing in the sport, in the bodybuilding. It doesn't make sense, okay? So what's the purpose of their diet? What's the purpose of their training so hard? If he just the judges for what he was really done doing for the sports, but when it comes to the stage, he was really off, watery, fat on the stage, but they doing everything on the sports needed, like the promoter. Do we really will make the person reward because of just his doing the sport? When it comes to this statement, okay, all of the competitors, they don't need to diet, just doing everything the promoter and what the sport needed, okay? I cannot agree, okay? I cannot agree with this statement.
Now let's go to the physique. I think overall,
Okay, he's talking about the physics
Brandon
right now.
had better lines. I think better presentation, and I don't think a Mr. Olympia should win just because he's the biggest guy on the stage. I think when you talk
Yeah,
about
agree.
professional athlete, IFBB pro, and again, that's what is kind of fell by the wayside when Joe Weider was alive. That we were held to certain standards. We had to show up. I mean, I know these guys missed their peak. Both of them missed their peak, but we were held to do things. We had to get out on the road. We had to go to military base. We had to give seminars. We had to show up for magazine photo shoots with Chris Salon and Bill Dobbins and the whole Weider corporation. They had things structured. Our athletes, all the top four guys or whoever had contracts with Weider, we would go out and the world would see us. And that's what's missing right now. So for me, it's kind of heartbreaking to see that. Wow, he wins and now what? Guy won and now what? So I think when you talk about a professional athlete, um, he has to be professional, giving back to the community, a well-spoken guy, which Brandon is. He's a married guy, he's a family guy, and
Yeah, when it comes to the talking the basic statement, I would agree with Kevin. When it comes to the judges on Mr. Olympia title on stage, who really deserve to take the title? We just need to looking who have the biggest physics, who have the biggest freak in the stage. Okay, I would agree that shape symmetry, but the mass overall is really catch up and really need to be a part of these judges. Okay, but he's talking about the side of the judges of the physics. He's talking about the business standpoint in the bodybuilding. So he's talking about what's the Mr. Olympia need to doing on stage and outside of the stage. You cannot combine these things, Kevin. Okay, it's different. You just combine just what the judge doing on stage with what the athlete doing outside of the business on the stage. You cannot doing these things, I think. So what's the purpose of they making the session for people champion? Okay, in the Mr. Olympia, we heard a part of middle of the show is the people champion. What the athlete should be doing for take the people champion reward. Of course, the most conditioning, the most best physique in the world, not just doing overall mass, the biggest freak, not just that, okay? But the combine of the symmetry and the conditioning. That's the really reason why when it comes to the stage, yeah, we judge of the physics, not the business standpoint on the bodybuilding. Okay, it's different. It's different. You cannot combine these things. It's just gonna be make it hard and make it really difficult. Okay, for human in this world. Just overthinking it. Okay, I cannot understand this. So, but overall, we can learn something new about Kevin and muscular development, Ron Harris. But we need to be smart, and I think we should be choose what we can agree and learning for all of the people, and what we cannot accept what they give to us and say to us for at the something. So that's my response and reaction for Kevin Levrone and muscular development Ron Harris as a speaker. So yeah, I'm not trying to bother or attack anybody because I'm just a kid and I'm not doing anything about the bodybuilding. Okay, but I just like to give my opinion. Okay, my opinion on my platform. So thank you so much guys for watching. I'm your host Joan Sagala signing out. May God bless you all.